Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Everyone who's booking, making purchases off the website, pledges to the Patreon, sending things to the PO box, and purchases off the wish list. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all so much. I'm not exactly sure what this message is going to be. Um, but there could be some sort of reflection. Somebody's looking into some sort of feelings here. Okay. But anyways, all right, let's see. What does the collector need to know? What's going on? What is going on? Okay. All right. There was recently some sort of situation that I feel like there could, I don't know if there was a group involved or they were just watching. Okay. But you walked into this in one energy and you're walking out of it completely different. Okay. Um, and I feel like this was a like final close of a cycle, whatever that looked like, right? This could be tied into so many different things, right? This could be a situation at work, it could be a relationship, some sort of connection, something. Um, Maybe even addiction, right? Um, you or like there's, but again, it's like the way you walked in was very almost like tiptoes or almost like it's like not to make any, it's like very quietly, right? But this is your demeanor, right? Like very quiet, very kind of soft spoken, maybe a little people pleasy. Like this is a very soft energy, okay? And walking out, it's like your footsteps are heard. Okay, there's something very, and I feel like that's probably just like like a metaphor or something like that. Uh but yeah, and but there's definitely an energy of people observing this here. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. This is Lauren Hill energy. This is exactly though what's happening. It's like you walked into, look, we have ascending. Exactly. Emotional pain with healer here. Yeah. Something that was triggering, okay, that could have caused some sort of emotional pain. Okay. It's but this happened so that you could walk out of this in this energy. That's the whole purpose. The energy is divine femme, divine masculine energy. And you want to know what? I almost feel as though that you weren't blind during this situation. I kind of, with this ascending and this Lauren Hill energy, I kind of am getting this almost like All right, let's get this over with. Type energy, walking into it knowing exactly what's happening, knowing people are watching, knowing, all of these things, and that, there is purpose to this, and that this cycle is probably going to close, and that you are going to come out of it. You know what I mean? It's almost like kind of like here we go again, in a way, right? Like, or this was like your spirit or something like that, your higher self was like, okay, you know, um, here they go again, right? Not with these people, is what I just heard. Not with these people. So I'm not sure if your higher self was like, you're not supposed to be building with these people, or they're like, these people have, continuously tried to take you down some sort of path, or and keep you in some sort of cycle, right? And they're like, not with them again. You know what I mean? Like, are you kidding? Did they not learn their lesson? Type energy, okay? Okay. Tell me more about this Lauren Helen ascending here for the collective. An older man could have been involved here, right? Like, doesn't have to be super old, just maybe older than you, right? Um, this could be an energy. There's a certain energy that this person could have represented or displayed or mirrored or something here, that you're ascending past, right? And that could be, and this, energy, I feel like it's something, again, with the mature, it's like something that has, uh it's not new. You know what I mean? It's something that is like you know what I mean? You know this all too well, right? Um, yeah, this could be like a boss here, okay? Doesn't have to be. Excuse me. All right, what's this Breakfast Club energy here? Yeah, some people could be like, there could be a lot of people getting in your energy with some sort of divination. Okay, people could get readings on you, or you could be a reader, right? There could be a lot of people watching you here, okay, or this particular group, okay. Yeah, but like I said, this could have something to do with an occupation, or these are people who maybe there's something about your occupation, something about watching to see what you do here. What is this divination occupation here? Or they're getting readings on someone's occupation, right? Or they're doing divination on someone's occupation. This group is. This is a priest in reverse, okay? So this is somebody who may be very religious, okay? They may know the Bible front and backwards, or whatever book, whatever religion or whatever it is that they, you know what I'm saying? But they, yeah, it's, I feel like for some of you, you're very gifted, okay? And I feel like whoever this is, they wanted you to move on from this gift. They may have even wanted you in a Jezebel energy, um, because they could benefit from that. Okay? Yeah, the thief card, exactly. They could benefit from that. Um, but this is someone who I don't feel is really connected, okay? I don't they may, like I said, they may have a lot of knowledge about religion or scripture or stories and things like that, right? But like history and but they're not actually really divinely led or connected or you know what I mean? There's something about that here. Okay, what's this Argentina energy? Flying monkey. Yeah, whoever, whatever this was that came towards you, they're a part of this group, right? Um, you've done something, you've invalidated some sort of belief system here within this group somehow. We have change and then enamor. Exactly. These people are like, oh, wait a second. You know what I mean? Like, because they watch this very closely. There's some sort of admiration here. Okay. Yeah, but this could have been somebody that you were with, right? Or this could have been, there's some sort of whoever this was, right? They have some sort of entity attached, okay? And then we have single, sexy, and successful, and I feel like that's um okay. This could also be someone, a single person with mm, this could be a feminine energy or a masculine energy, or it could be a couple, right? There could be a couple that there's some sort of entity, right? One of them comes towards you, the other one maybe, yeah, this person could present very well for some of you, okay? But there is some sort of entity attached. Tell me about this waiting to exhale here. So we have divinity with soulmate. So there could be a soulmate that's releasing some sort of connection, and that could actually be this energy, right? There could be two people coming out of a cycle with like karmic energy, right? Old energy. There was some sort of lesson. You walked in one energy and came out another. This was very necessary. There was some sort of evolution here, and there could be somebody else that's mirroring this. Yeah, so this could actually, if you haven't recently experienced this, I feel like there's somebody else, and this could be your person, right? That's getting out of a situation here. Now, whether or not they know it's to come towards you or not, I'm not sure, but it feels very divinely led. This does, right? Something about a house? What is this? What is this house, rich guy, and ancestors? Yeah, this person could be, there could be something coming unexpectedly, right? But this person could be leaving a house or, yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's been something going on, you closing out some sort of cycle, and somebody's been witnessing this, okay? Um, they're also recognizing and realizing that maybe somebody's been dishonest. But yeah, there's something about two people like closing out old karmic cycles here, okay? What is this, Aaliyah? I feel like too, there's someone that's, yeah, we have confusion with Jezebel energy. Tell me more. Sweetheart. What's that? Yeah, I get a feeling that somebody wanted to, they could have been doing something to like confuse the energy maybe around you or confuse your own energy. Like I said, I think that they wanted you kind of in an old energy, right? An energy of the past, maybe still karmic-y or, whatever. And I think that they wanted to kind of display that, right? They wanted somebody in particular to know, or there was somebody that was just confused, right? About that, okay? But I do feel like somebody wanted to remove some sort of gift, whether it be spiritual or there was something coming to you. They wanted to stop that. But the thing is this person is, you're committed to staying balanced, right? And this could cause some sort of jealousy here. Basically, I feel like there was some assumptions. Yeah, now we have actual money coming out. There were some assumptions that maybe you were in an old energy, okay? And that, so there was an old energy that came towards you with some sort of expectations, and maybe there was like people watching, right, that also were confused about your energy here, okay? You went through this cycle, um, closed it out, and came out on the other side, and now there is, I don't know, some sort of unexpected money coming or something. What about that? If there's somebody that's traveling to have some sort of work done, right, on you, okay, and they have some type of gifts here, I think they may lose them, okay? Or again, there's an energy where somebody's done something and then they were expecting someone to travel, right? Or to see you in a certain energy, but they saw something else. You know, it feels like a whole setup here, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, somebody could have been trying to like it's almost like there's maybe a relationship you're maybe aligning with some sort of relationship, whether it be romantic or platonic, you know, or business or something like that. You're aligning with this, and so is the other person, okay? And I feel like there are people that see this, whether you do or not, right? There are people that see this, whether they know who it is or they don't know who it is, or you know what I'm saying? And so it's almost like they wanted to, you know, kind of reel you back in, you know, to their level or to an old cycle, right? So you walked into it, right? Almost, you know, it almost seems willingly, knowing that there's this ascension here, right? Um, and again, you came out uh, in this divine energy. Hmm. Okay, let's get some final messages about this. But yeah, somebody was, you know, they were bringing some sort of disruption, is what they wanted to bring, knowing that there was ascension happening here, right? All right, final messages about the situation here. We have the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands in reverse, Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit. It almost feels like you were at a choice or there was like some sort of like, I don't know. Like it feels like there could have been like some sort of conversation, right? It's like, I don't know. It feels like somebody's waiting for you to close out this cycle. Five of Wands, Knight of Wands, right? It's like, or somebody was coming in again, knowing that there's something new that's getting ready to start, right? That you're aligning to something here. Um, Trying to like stand in the way, right? hmm Very quickly, like maybe making purchases, to do some type of magic to cause some sort of illusion, confusion, all up in your head, overthinking, not sleeping, right? Yeah, but this is all for nothing because it feels like there's this energy where somebody that was in hermit mode, right, observing all of this happen, right, comes out of some sort of hiding, okay, and there's some sort of justice here, all right? Yeah, Sun, the Ace of Cups, the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Soulmates. Oh, but these could have been the, yeah, yeah. But there, I feel like there's actually like there's you know again two people closing out a cycle with old energies, and it feels like these other energies, or maybe whether it be people, places, or things or whatever, they're I don't know. I feel like maybe because I feel like they were intentionally interfering. I feel like they were intentionally, you know. Yeah, but somebody's coming to communicate here, okay? Somebody is. They're coming to communicate. The devil's here. Oh, the devil's trapped. Eight of Swords. Okay. Yeah, the Empress is free to go. Okay. Free to go. All right. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, with the King of Swords, the Ace of Swords. There is some sort of communication coming in here, okay? There's some sort of connection that maybe it started in the past and has grown over time, right? Whether it be like, noticeable or not, there could be something forming there, right? This could come from an unexpected place or just kind of like, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is what's going on here, okay? But yeah, hope it made sense. Hope it made sense. We don't want to focus on what these people did or didn't do. We want to focus on the fact that you are coming out of this cycle, um, and you're no longer tiptoeing, right? All your footsteps are heard in a humble way. Okay? All right. Love you.